Ever caught yourself performing when surrounded by people, just to keep them watching, hoping they'll clap and stay till the end? Editing yourself the whole time, being careful with your words, watching for reactions, dialing yourself up or down depending on the vibe?
Who exactly are you trying to please? And what medal are you trying to win? Being celebrated for a version of you that isn't real is not love, it's performance. Want real love? Then it's time to get ugly. It's time to stop performing.
I remember getting complimented this one time, and instead of feeling good about it, I felt this weird knot in my stomach. It felt more like pressure than praise, and it was so hard to trust it. Because what if they were clapping for someone they think I am? What if they were clapping for someone I know I'm not? They don't know the whole story. They don't know what I'm really like. They wouldn't say this if they saw what's really under the hood. The moment was drowned and overwhelmed by those thoughts. Why did I do that? Why do we do that? Most of us were raised to believe that being lovable meant being good. And being good meant being convenient. Don't be too loud. Don't be unpleasant. Don't make people uncomfortable. And don't make mistakes. At least, not in public. Or maybe you were the rebel. Maybe you did try being yourself, loud and proud and unapologetically real. But the world didn't take it well. Maybe people laughed, or judged, or even punished you for showing up honestly. So you learned to shrink, and as you shrank, the mask grew larger. Not because you stopped being that person, but because it felt like it was the only way to stay safe. So you cleaned yourself up, you polished your personality, and you learned to leave out the parts that felt too heavy to love.
Being a good friend meant not needing too much. Being a good partner meant staying easy to love. Being a good person meant being easy, period. And you've mastered this, haven't you? But what is this goodness? What is this game we play, always balancing masks and managing impressions? Is this what it means to be loved? Or is it just manipulation, disguised as emotional safety?
It's not like we're trying to trick anyone. We're just trying to meet the standard that keeps us protected, that keeps us chosen. The masks we wear are made from real parts of us. They're just so curated, so compartmentalized, so refined that half the picture goes missing, right? But would you trust a structure built on instructions that only covered half the steps? That's what this kind of love can feel like. Not wrong, just incomplete. Like something's always slightly off, but no one knows what it is, not even you.
The idea of not being known feels less terrifying than the idea of being known and rejected. And I get it. I would never ask you to be radically transparent with everyone, especially not in unsafe environments. But if you're out here doing life on your own, and there's a part of you that feels like it has to stay in the storage room because you're scared that if people really saw it, they'd leave or stop loving you, then maybe it's time to ask, is this loneliness and doubt really safer than being seen?
If you're only ever showing people the version of you think they want, then the ones who could have loved you as you are, they never even get the chance to, because they never got to see you. This isn't just about wearing a mask. It's about what you're missing out on because of it. Being seen, actually seen, it isn't soft or easy. It's one of the bravest things you can do because it requires something from you. It asks you to stop hiding. It asks you to stop managing how you're perceived. It asks you to let someone look at the parts of you usually keep tucked away and say, here, this is me. I don't know what you'll do with it, but I'm not going to pretend it doesn't exist. The version of you that you've learned to lead with, the one that's easy to love, easy to understand, easy to keep around, that's what it costs. Your control, your curation.
And it might not always go how you want. Some people will pull away, some won't understand, but some will stay. And you'll know they're not staying for what's convenient. They're staying because they saw all of you and decided to love you whole. That's how you recognize it. Real love doesn't ask you to shrink. It challenges you, makes you better, but it doesn't make you guess which parts are welcome. It meets you where you are, not where you've performed your way into. And honestly, you can't assume how people will respond to you and set up emotional guardrails in the name of self-preservation. You're not above being surprised by love. You're not above being known.
Assuming which parts of you are lovable and which parts aren't, that's not awareness. That's anxiety and control. And deep down, it's not even about them. You're not reading people. You're projecting your own fears and insecurities onto them and calling it the truth, their truth. So stop rejecting yourself and stop outsourcing that rejection, expecting others to carry it out for you. You don't get to decide how the world would hold you if you've never actually handed them something real to hold. You are not hard to love. And maybe you've been told that the real you is too much or too little. But you need to let that shit go. Let your people find you. Love is not love if it only exists when it's convenient. Love exists in truth. And the truth, it's always a little messy. The point was never to be perfect. It was to be experienced as you are, not to be admired or idealized or picked or validated, but to be seen and let your existence be witnessed. So, if any part of you feels tired of the performance, if you're aching for something that feels real again, this is your sign to stop trimming yourself down and to let people meet you where you actually are. The people who love you don't want some rehearsed version of you. They want you, faults and all. So, what would it mean to stop rehearsing and just show up? What part of you are you still keeping in the storage room?